Hello, nonprofit leaders. I'm Sarah Olivieri, your host, and this podcast is here to assist people like you, executive directors, board members, and other nonprofit leaders, make a bigger impact with insights, tips, and lessons learned from nonprofit leaders and experts. Having been an executive director, a board member, and now a consultant and coach, I truly understand the challenges you face. And that's why I'm here. I'm all about working smarter, not harder, so you can make a bigger impact without the burnout. And so is our sponsor, DonorBox. DonorBox isn't just a suite of helpful fundraising tools, it's a partner that helps you raise more money and supports you in retaining your donors. I love their forward-thinking approach. Visit donorbox.org to learn more. And don't forget to sign up for the Inspired Nonprofit Leadership newsletter, where you'll get bite-sized, actionable tips just for nonprofit leaders like you, delivered weekly to your inbox. Sign up at inspirednonprofitleadership.com/sign up. Okay, let's dive into today's episode. Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about freeing up time. So I'm just going to give a moment for people to join in. I see one person is here already. Say hi in the chat. If you can, let me know where you are watching. Okay. Question for you. Do you want to free up your time and still get better results? It's like of course you do. Of course you do, right? It's the same as that famous, you want to work smarter, not harder. And so many of us, as much as we might want more money, what we really want at the end of the day is more time. I was dramatically changed in my life when somebody uttered the phrase, you can make up for lost money, but you can't make up for lost time. So in this quick kind of session, I'm going to teach you or show you the very first step to delegating outcomes, which is one of the main secrets. If you run a business, if you're an entrepreneur, a CEO, a founder, a nonprofit executive director, you need to do in order to get more done. And it has the really great side effect of freeing up your time. And the first step to delegating outcomes is identifying the key results that your organization or business needs. And then there's a really tricky next step. It's actually not tricky. You're going to ask your team who's ready to own those. It is simpler than you think. And this is the shift from micromanaging tasks to having an empowered team that gets results for you. Okay, so start by identifying the key outcomes your business actually needs to achieve. So stop thinking like, oh, we need to put out, a social post every day, or we need to make sure that we are sending, invoices from this software, blah, 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 right? Specific tasks, and shift your focus for a moment to results, to outcome delegation, right? So instead of thinking about how many social posts, think about maybe what kind of reach you want, or ultimately what kind of result are you looking to achieve from social media? Maybe you're looking to get more donors. Maybe you're looking to get more clients, right? These are outcomes. These are not directly in your control. These are the most powerful outcomes. And have somebody besides you, the founder, the CEO, the executive director, owning the result of getting more clients, of getting more donors. Once you are clear on what those results are and you can break them down, then you can ask your team who wants to own it. There's a really big difference in the process of delegating outcomes and delegating tasks. Typically, as a boss or the person who's hiring people who has the power to fire people, or you're somebody's supervisor, when you delegate a task, you just tell them to do it. You don't say, hey, do you want to do it? I mean, I do sometimes, but typically you say, here's what I need you to do. When it comes to outcome ownership, we need to get people's buy-in. They need to agree to own it. It is another level of leadership. It is another level of responsibility. It is another level of accountability, expertise, capacity, capability to own an outcome. And so we reduce the risk of doing this by making sure that the person has said, yes, I want to do it. You will be surprised when you ask your team how many people maybe you didn't think were up for it are like, yeah, I want to own that. And you may also be surprised. I've certainly been surprised doing this with teams where people who were supposedly in leadership positions are like, no, I don't want to own that. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. So sometimes, to be frank with all of you, it's true that this might shake up your team a little. People who you thought were leaders are actually doers, people who are good to delegate tasks to, and people who you maybe didn't think were leaders, you just hired them to be doer, are going to step up as leaders. But once you start doing this approach regularly, you will have a team where your leaders are truly prepared to own outcomes, and they will free you up from being kind of managing your business to leading it by, for you then can take some of that time and be a few steps into the future, guiding your business about where it's going to go while other people manage and get the outcomes needed in order to go there. Delegating outcomes frees you from micromanaging, and it helps grow that leadership team. As long as you're in there micromanaging, especially if you're the founder, folks, like no one's ever going to do it probably as good as you, or at least not your special magic sauce version, right? So you've got to get yourself out of there in order to kind of grease the wheels and get things flowing. All right. Wrapping it up, I just want to leave you with this. When you delegate outcomes instead of tasks, you stop being the bottleneck and start building a team that takes real ownership. And that's the shift that frees up your time and grows your business or your nonprofit. Until next time, all the best. And if you want to work with me to make this shift in your organization, you can go to pivotground.com/application. It is all of you who keep me inspired to keep sharing this information out with you and the rest of the world. And I wouldn't be doing it if you weren't listening. So thank you.
You've been listening to Inspired Nonprofit Leadership. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode or the bonus episodes. And while you're at it, please leave a rating and review, and be sure to share with your friends and colleagues. Tune in every week for more useful insights and wisdom on nonprofit leadership. Thanks so much for all you do for the communities you serve. Until next time, all the best.